Commercial Entrances, Egress, and Threshold. Welcome to Building Knowledge 101. Today we'll delve further into understanding the importance of commercial entrance egress hardware and thresholds.
Then egress hardware. IBC says that on a building that has 50 or more occupants, then you have to have some type of an exit device or egress hardware on it. If you have less than 50 people in the building, you can have just MS locks and throwables. But occupancy of greater than 50 people, you have to have some type of exit hardware or egress hardware. So here's concealed rods. You can see there's a mid-rail panic here on the door at this point. Then you can see the fasteners up here and down here are holding concealed rods inside the door. So those provide a locking point here. You can see at the base, a rod drops down into the threshold, securing the door at the bottom. Then at the top, there's a toggle piece that grabs a little nub sticking down from the header and secures the door at the top. So these are considered 2-point locking mechanisms, and it is a concealed rod within it. So during the day, you can see there's a little fastener here. This can be dogged down, so the door swings freely during the day, but then after hours, by releasing that fastener there, the hardware engages and someone can leave the building by pushing the pad in here. The door will open up, the rods will contract. As it swings closed, that latching speed, when it hits, the rods spring back into action, securing the door. Now, an EL configuration or electronic lock, this option has been growing in popularity. People are really starting to want to use this for security purposes. An EL configuration requires that you have some type of an actuator. It could be a keypad, a push button, a keypad like this, or a card reader, some type of an actuator that then activates the lock. Since these are low voltage locks, we have to have a power supply of some type. Then that goes to some type of an electronic power transfer. This is an EPT that you see over here, which is an electronic power transfer. It transfers the power from the frame to the door to the concealed rods here. So when it's actuated, the rods will retract. Someone can walk through the door freely. Then when it closes, the rods spring back into place and the door is secured. So that's on a pair of doors. If you have a single door, you're going to have a power supply going right to an electric strike. So you can see an example of an electric strike there. So here's what that looks like. Here you can see a punch pad with a code to it. So once someone activates the code, the electric strike is in the jamb. That opens, the door is allowed to swing. Then when it closes, bang, it locks back in place and the entry is secure. Thresholds, again, the final component of the threshold is underneath the door. This is to prevent water from being blown under it. Now this is a vestibule here, so this interior pair of doors most likely will not have a threshold. It'd be sitting on the finished floor, but the exterior pair of doors would have thresholds.
That is all we have time for in this video. If you'd like to watch more of our 101 video series, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kawneer Company, Inc.